Hello guys, what up? And today we gonna start solving the diagnostic test, okay? So we are starting with the question number 2 because as you might remember, question number 1 was very stupid question. That's why we skipped that one. And that one was not rated. So question number 2, we gotta find the volume of the figure. If you would remember, again, this is not a theoretical background video. This is more of a what do you call it? Just a solution video, okay? So for the volume of a cube or any rectangular 3D figure, we can write it as cube or parallelepiped, doesn't really matter. We write it as base times height, right? And what is base? Base is length times width. Okay, so that's it. That's all the information that we need. I'm sorry that this is not the cube. I made a mistake here. So start with the base first, right? So we see that base is 8 over 9 over here. It's written that 8 over 9. If the number is not readable, it's written as 8 over 9. So this part is 1 over 6, and that part is 1 over 3. It's given in the question, but I know that it's very hard to read what's written there, okay? Because I copied the question. So we are starting with the area of base first. If you remember, the area of any figure was something like that. If it is, let's say it's a rectangle, and so it is a rectangle, right? So if it is 3 and 5, we know that with the rectangle, if this part is 3, the other parallel part should be 3, and 5, the other parallel part should be 5 as well. So in this case, if the area is just length times width, in this case, length is 5, length is the bigger one, width is the smaller one, and width is 3, and in this case, we get 15. So now, looking at our question, the length is 8 over 9. So we are finding the base first. And then width is 1 over 6, right? So this is base. So if we gotta sum up this formula should be, because you remember base was length times width, right? Length times width, this is base, times height. You see this height over here? So this is the volume formula. If that would be the cube, for cube, all of them are the same, right? All of them are the heights, or all of them are the length, or all of them are the width. So in that case, it should be the volume of a cube should have been length times length times length, which is equal to, because length, width, and height is the same for the cube, or this, or this, or length will give me length cube, or width cube, or height cube. But our figure is not a cube, so we got the different figure here. So let's first find the base. Base should be 8 over here, so 8 times 1 and 9 times 6, which is 54. So this is base, okay? This is base. So now we got to find the volume. Volume was base times height, so 854 times height, 1, 3, right? I made a mistake here, I believe, right? Didn't I? The other guy was, it shouldn't look like this because, let me see. I'm sure I made some kind of mistake here. What kind of mistake did I make? What kind of mistake did I? Oh, I didn't make any mistake. That's pretty cool. Okay, so now this 54 and 8 can be simplified because they both are divisible by 2. So this guy will be 27. This guy will be 4. And now 4 times 1 we are multiplying the nominators for the 4 times 1. And here 27 times 3. So the answer will be 4 over 81, which is answer A. Okay, that's it. Very easy question. Again, if you are looking for the theoretical background of this question, those videos will be uploaded later. And the next question is, find the value when A is this and B is this. For these kind of questions, wherever you see any kind of a formula or expression like this, and these unknowns are given, we just gotta plug in the unknowns and that's it. Okay, just plug in the unknowns. So 5 times b. So just plug in the b. What was b? B was 4.3. So 5 times 4.3 minus 2 times a. What was a? 6.4. And now we are just calculating it for 4.3 times 5. Let's calculate it here. Times 5, 3, 5, 5, 20, and then 4 times 5 is 20, and then 3 times 5 was 15, so we got 1, and then 20, we are adding that one, 215, but remember, we had the point here, so we're just putting that point to the exact same place, and the answer will be 21.5, and now calculate minus 2 times 6.4, so 6.4 times 2, we are doing the exact same thing, 2 times 4, 2 times 6, and putting the dot. That's it. 12 times 8, 12.8. So 12.8. And that's it. So 21.5 minus 12.8. 5 minus 8, we can't do that. 15 minus 8, we can. So this is 7. Dot is dot. 1 minus 2, but remember that from this 5, we got some loan from this 1. So it is actually 0 minus 2. 0 minus 2 is impossible. 10 minus 2 is 8. We got another loaning from this one because 0 minus 2 is impossible as well. So 0 minus, 1 minus 1, it becomes 1 minus 1. So which is 0. So the answer will be 8.7. I'm not explaining how to do the subtraction or multiplication with the decimals because again, this is a primary school material. So we are not going deeper on those. So 8.7, where am I writing that 8.7? In IGCSE questions, you got to write that to the place that given for you. So here I'm going to write 8.7. That will be the answer. Next question. The journal has a mass of 800 grams and newspaper has a mass of 20 grams. Find the ratio mass of journal over mass of newspaper. So mass of journal. So it is given, you see, journal, mass of 800. So I'm going to write 800 over ratio. So same thing, mass of newspaper. So you see, newspaper, mass of 20 grams, 800 over 20. That's it. And we got to find the ratio, but it says we can write 800 over 20. Nothing wrong about it. But then we read the remaining part of the question, and it says give the ratio in its simplest form. So if the ratio should be the simplest form, we have to simplify it, remember? So it's the same thing with simplifying this guy, 800 over 20. So you see that zeros can be simplified. So we got 80 over 2, and that is also possible to be simplified, which will be because both of them are divisible by 2. Here I can have 1, here I can have 40. So the answer in this case, we are doing the same things. You see, 80 over 2, and I'm simplifying them by 2 as well. So 40 over 1. I'm going to write, you see, they put the dots over here. So I'm just going to write 40 and 1. By the way, be careful. The question could be in this way. Find the mass of newspaper to journal. Then we should have written 1 over 40. So make sure that you are choosing the right number for the right mass, okay? For this question, the right answer, correct answer should be 40 over 1, not 1 over 40. So make sure that you got it right. Question number 5, find the difference between two temperatures. So we got to find the difference, okay? So the difference never can be negative because whatever the difference is, I can tell you that what is the difference between -3 and 5, right? So the difference will be, again, think of the numbers in a number line. You remember that we learned them in a number line. So there is a 0 in the middle of number line. Well, technically, there is no middle of number line because number line is an infinite thing. And mathematically, you cannot divide infinity by 2. But we just imagine it in that way. So this is 0, let's say, and -1, -2, -3. So this guy is -3. And for 5, 5 is the positive side, right? This part. So we are going here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So now we are finding the difference. Difference is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the difference will be 8, right? So that is why you are getting 8 once you do this operation. 5 minus negative 3, which will be 5 plus 3, because minus minus gives you plus, and then the answer will be 8, right, for this one. And now look at our question. So A gives us 13 and negative 10, okay? And now imagine the number line again. Sorry, negative 13 and 10, which the difference is the same with the 13 and negative 10. So we got 0, and somewhere here we got negative 13, and somewhere here we got 10. And we are looking for the difference. From here to 0, we got 13. From 0 to here, we got 10. And overall, we will get 23. So this answer will be 23. Similarly, look at this one. So we are again thinking of a number line. And we got 0 here. This part will be negative 9. And for negative 21, we are going far further to the negative side because it's also negative, right? So this is like negative 1, negative 2, blah, 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 negative 9. And then here, negative 10. Here, negative 15. And negative 21 will be somewhere here, right? So it will be negative 21. So the difference from here to here will be 21 to 9. The difference will be 12. I saw that, oh, well, how can we do it numerically? Numerically, we can do it in this way. So negative 21 minus negative 9 will be equal to negative 12. Same idea, negative 13 minus 10 will be equal to negative 23. You can do this in this way as well. 10 minus negative 13, which will be 23, or negative 9 minus negative 21, which will be 12, okay? So the answers will be the same with the minus side. You see, here we got 12, here we got negative 12, here we got negative 23, but here we got 23. So it doesn't matter at all because for the difference, we are only getting the positive answers. We are only accepting the positive answers. So it doesn't matter if you get negative 12, you are writing the answer as 12. It doesn't matter if you get negative 23, you are writing the answer as 23. So if they are asking about the finding the difference between, so find difference between A and B, we're just going to have, so how to find it, A minus B, or B minus A. They are the same things because think about this. Find the difference between 3 and 5, right? So we're going to have 3 minus 5 or 5 minus 3. Notice 3 minus 5 will give me negative 2. 5 minus 3 will give me 2, but it doesn't matter because for the difference, I'm only taking the positive values of the answer. So no matter if it's a negative 2, I'm going to accept it as 2. No matter if it's a 2, I'm going to accept it as 2 again. Okay? That's it. Very good. See you on the next video. So let me see. Oh, we got 14 minutes. Very good. Good for us. Bye-bye. See you next time. Wait. Okay. How am I finishing this video? What the hell am I doing? I gotta stop the recording. Bye-bye.